Hey, how's it going, guys? So we're back with another Star Citizen video. If you're new channel, welcome. So we're gonna go back in time just a little bit. I did this with the Spartan Warrior video, and now we're gonna be doing with this one. This one is called Inside Star Citizen: A Space Odyssey, Fall 2021. Now I'm really curious as to see what this video is about. Who knows what it is? I wonder if Space Odyssey is the name of a vehicle or That would be a cool name actually. But I don't know. I don't have much to say right now for the intro. So without anything else, let's just jump right into the video.
This is the first MISC ship in about 5 years.
Oh, so it's called the MISC Odyssey. So it's a MISC ship, and wow, look at all those guns, and I mean MISC. Looks like it's pretty big and bulky.
In my mind, it'll be pushing into the further expanses of the universe, going as far as you can go, and seeing what's out there.
Oh, it's two ships.
The type of player this ship should appeal to is those players who just like traditionally non-combat experiences.
But still, it's a big ship.
The Odyssey is sort of designed for a more generic role in terms of they want to go off into the wild blue yonder and just explore. Being MISC, obviously they work closely with.
If you just want to go out and explore, then the name Odyssey is a really fitting name for the ship then.
And incorporate tech, so that primarily on the art side gave a lot of flexibility, but on the design side allowed us to justify some of the more interesting features of the ship.
In terms of the ship from front to back, there's a lot more of that cool levitation tech. Got that classic sort of wide cockpit that we see on MISC ships like the Freelancer. Underneath, we've got like a prospector type bubble where we house two crew. One person does the tractor beaming, one person does the mining. We've got two unmanned turrets for a little bit of self-defense. There's one at the back under the underneath too.
And then the pilot has a variety of missiles to use.
On the interior, we've split it over 3 levels in total. Top deck is mainly some engineering space and refinery.
So you can mine quantanium and refine it for the ship itself. So that essentially gives you the ability to just generate your own quantum and hydrogen fuel.
Obviously, Star Citizen is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're introducing more systems. Fuel is going to become a major issue, right? And so this is perfect for that kind of scenario. The middle deck is probably the most dominant of the 3.
You have a bridge at the front of the ship, and
that's a lot of people.
It's quite a nice bridge on the Odyssey because you have this huge bank of stations for all the crew to sit there all in one place.
Okay.
Every crew member has their own room with ensuite facilities on board.
The rooms look pretty big. Man, those are some nice accommodations then.
And then the lower deck leads us to the hangar, which is basically what the whole ship is formed around, essentially. So that really did dictate the dimensions and the proportions of the ship.
It's a generic hangar. It's designed to our environmental hangar metrics, so there's a huge range of ships that can fit in there. You could bring a fighter ship if you want more defense. You could bring a prospector if you want to do even more mining.
Yeah, so I see a ship in there. I see a vehicle in there.
A huge volume and helps support any choice you want to make with ships.
I mean, this is really cool. Not just seeing like just the final works, you can see the early developments, and also just how they like improved from here on out, and also see like what led them to these ideas or what it's capable of, and saying, so this is what we had originally, but then we started going towards this direction here and there, etc.
There's a little medical bay in there for any accidents that happen along the way.
That's very essential. Always need a medical bay.
We have this one room which is kind of really in there just as like the rule of cool. You can just sort of sit there and just see space, as you're zooming along.
Oh, that's cool. Just like,
The
like a relaxing room
to
in a
the
way.
Odyssey is the carrot.
In my mind, it's a carrot killer. What you can do with it is pretty impressive.
Oh, mining.
It's kind of the multi-tool of the spaceship world.
It just gives you almost ultimate flexibility on how you want to play. The Misk Odyssey is the ultimate exploration ship.
The Misk Odyssey is the first offering from the storied manufacturer in quite some time, and they seem intent on bursting back into the scene with a massive impact that is sure to make Carrack owners look twice. And while that wraps up our multi-week coverage of the new ships and vehicles of this year's Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, let's go ahead and take a look into the future with a special vehicle-themed sprint report. To get things started, members of the EU
Misk
Vehicle
Hull A.
Content Team have returned their attentions to the Hull A and Hull C as they continue refining the work previously done in order to bring it up to current standards and, perhaps most importantly, metrics. Now, if you've been following the project for some time, you'll know we learn with each and every ship we make, and it's essential to take those lessons forward so they can inform each and every ship yet to come. Now, while the Hull A continues its journey through final art exterior and gray box interior, what you can see here with the Hull C are the results of not just some recent lighting passes, but an effort to update the interior scales of certain areas for improved player and NPC comfort alike, addressing those metric issues and experimenting with some early attempts at new building block screens for tractor beams and the like. And speaking of tractor beams, the vehicle content team has begun building the size 1, 2, and 3 tractor beams. The vehicle content team
Oh, so he meant to say weapon content team, but he said vehicle content team.
has begun building the size 1, 2, and 3 tractor beams that can be equipped to a variety of vehicles, bringing with it some long-awaited functionality to ships like the 300 seen here, the Caterpillar, and more. Minor updates are also underway to the Starfarer as it gets ready to make its debut not just as the first refueling ship in Star Citizen, but the first refining vehicle as well, as new additions to the exterior walkway will allow it to take canisters of newly mined fuel from other spaceships for processing. And yes, we want to update the interior just as much as you do. We're looking at where we can slip that into the schedule now, so hang tight. Up next, let's move along to the Vulture,
the Drake
the
Vulture.
entry-level salvage ship from Drake, which has moved into final art phase with a look at the habitation area, as well as the cockpit. And for ships just beginning their journey, we can announce that the Scorpius fighter from RSI has begun its journey through White Box phase, where the team works to ensure all current metrics are met and that all the component spaces work as we'd like them to. It's so far, so good.
So it's called white box phase. Okay, I learned something new because I've seen this so many times, but I just didn't know what it was called. I just called it early design phase.
No surprises, which itself is kind of always a surprise. And finally, before we let you go, we showcased the updated concepts for the Banu Merchantman at this year's CitizenCon. And now I'm pleased to report that in our final IAE 2951 vehicle episode, that the Merchunk Man itself has begun its journey and moved from concept phase into white box with this highly anticipated first image. Hey, everything starts somewhere. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts. And you're going to get to follow along with it from the very beginning of its journey from this point
that's actually
forward.
Pretty big.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that Misk wasn't content to just let Anvil sit alone at the top of the exploration pyramid with the recently revealed Odyssey. That there are a variety of new ships and ship updates that will make their way to the persistent universe between this year's IAE and the next. And that sometimes I'm just going to hide stuff in the outro to reward folks who watch until the very end. Something like a bunch more Banu Merchantman updates, maybe.
Hey, that's a good way to make sure people watch all the way to the end.
Nice. That's a turret, not an ED-209.
Wow, look at the interior.
Ooh, and some video. Yes, sometimes I'm a jerk, but I'm your jerk. Now, don't forget that our big IAE All Ships Q&A airs tomorrow on Star Citizen Live on Twitch, and it's your chance to ask about the Spartan, the Raft, the Odyssey, and all the latest vehicles from this year's IAE. And then we'll be right back here next week with a look at the exciting future of Gravlev and revamped Jumptown 2, both coming in Alpha 316. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. We'll see you all next week. And now, for people who stick around until the very end.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
I got this.
Raftron.
It's
nice.
Not coming soon, though. Sometimes we like to have fun.
Oh, man. I mean, as always, that was a great video. So that was the Misk Odyssey. So it looks like this ship was meant to combat the Anvil Carrack, because I still remember the ship commercial for the Anvil Carrack and how they kept on saying like this is like the best exploration ship. So it looks like the Misk is pretty much trying to like compete against that and topple like, the top spot for which is the best exploration ship. I mean, then again, that's what it is, business, just competition against one another. And I mean, Jared Huckabee, as always, he's very funny, he's very entertaining. I mean, to be honest, at this point, I can't think of anyone else that would do his job. I mean, he's got that like presence that makes it like really humorous and light and have you like really engaging. So he did a great job, and he is amazing to watch and very funny as well. I mean, he would be an amazing boss to work for. But that's all I got for today. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video, guys. And also thank you so much to all my members, subscribers, viewers. You guys are amazing. Like I said, you guys are the reason why this channel keeps on going. So thank you so much. So without anything else, I'll see you guys next time.